What's going on, everybody? It is U-Turn Corvette here, and you are watching U-Turn Central! Now, before we get started, please make sure you go into that description. Make sure you click on the links for the Pokemon groups. Make sure you show Poketown some U-Turn love. Make sure you show Conquest League some U-Turn love. I was gonna say Poke love, but nope, it's U-Turn. So, I'm bringing you another Wi-Fi battle against Emmanuel. Now, I am bringing a different team. This team and another team are gonna be switching in and out. I'm bringing Bronzong, Raticate, Sharpedo, Vivillon, Clefable, Snorlax. Let's get right into it before my camera dies. So, with this battle, he just wanted me to bring anybody. He just wanted me to bring anybody, so I decided to bring anybody. So I decided to choose this team because I wanted more practice with this team. So he ends up going out with his Ambipom, and he does use the Fake Out, which, you know, all Ambipoms will, but I can take that incredibly well even with his Life Orb, and I do flinch, which is rather unfortunate. The thing is, I hate Fake Out because it just makes you flinch all the time. But he ends up getting a knockoff off on me, which sucks because it gets my leftovers off. I am able to get my Stealth Rocks up though, which just makes me happy. That's the only thing that I brought my Bronzong in for, was to get my rocks up. Now, he does take me out with another knockoff, which is fine because I was able to get what I wanted. I was able to get my rocks up because I knew that he did not have a Defogger or a Rapid Spin. That's why I brought my Bronzong out first. Now, I go into my Sharknado, my Sharpedo, and he does switch out, which is unfortunate because I am unable to get my Protect up, but it doesn't really matter because I still get my speed up. Like, it doesn't really matter if anyone decides to use a Protect and they're unable to get it up because your opponent switches out. They still get the speed boost, so it doesn't really matter. But he does get an Intimidate off on me, which sucks. Now, I am a Life Orb, which is awesome, so I am able to do a good chunk with my Zen Headbutt, and I do make the Hitmontop flinch. Now, he decides to switch out because he's thinking I'm just going to use another Zen Headbutt, but I don't. I do use a Waterfall on the Sableye that was meant for the Hitmontop. I didn't want to take the chance of him, you know, just switching into somebody that couldn't take the, or that was able to take the Zen Headbutt. I did not want to take that chance. Now, I get the Waterfall off on the Sableye, which is awesome, and I do get my speed boosted tons. The thing is, he does get a Willow off on me, which is unfortunate because with my Life Orb dwindling me down, I now have to worry about my burn. Now I am able to get a Crunch off on the Sableye, which it does bring his health down more, but not close enough where I can just take it out with my Sharpedo, because he ends up using the Recover, and I do end up using another Crunch, and I just get my HP, or I do use a Waterfall, but it doesn't really matter because I just get my HP down that much more with the Life Orb plus the burn. So at this rate, I don't want my Sharpedo going down really, so I decide to switch out, because of that reason. I don't want my Sharpedo going down really, so I go into my Clefable because I can take some of these Sableye's attacks. He ends up going for the Foul Play on my Clefable, and I can take that fairly well. Look at that! Look at that! I can take that. So I know what Sableye is weak to, and I can provide that. I can provide your getaway. So he ends up going out into the Heatran while I go for a Dazzling Gleam, which is rather unfortunate because the Heatran does resist Fairy. But that being, I use my Calm Mind. I do use the Dazzling Gleam though after Calm Mind boost and everything, but still, Heatran does resist Fairy, so it's not going to do much at all. Now, I do get the Left Use Recovery, which is great because I'm just living now with all my health. Now, I did not predict his Heatran knowing Stealth Rock. Now, that's rather unfortunate for me. I mean, some of my pokes can't take that at all, or at least one of my Pokemon can't. So, I do use the Calm Mind again because I want to be able to take any attacks this Heatran can give me, and I know, like I was saying, I know the Heatran does resist Fairy, so my plan was just setting up tons of Calm Minds, or at least trying to. So then it would do more damage, but that does not work in my favor at all, because once I do use the Dazzling Gleam, it still does nothing. Now he ends up using the Hidden Power on my Clefable. Now I'm not really sure what Hidden Power that was, because it does not do much to me. I'm assuming, I don't know, it was Hidden Power Ice? I have no idea. Water? No, I have no idea. But I do get another Calm Mind off because I want to be incredibly bulky for this thing. I don't want my Clefable going down. So he ends up getting the Fire Blast on me, and it is make me live at 88 HP. Now, as I was saying before, I wanted to set up tons of Calm Minds because he does resist Fairy, but it doesn't really matter anyways because I don't do any damage to the thing at all. I am able to pop his Air Balloon, which is awesome. So I switch out because I know if I set up more Calm Minds, it's not going to do anything. So I go into my Sharknado, hoping I can take this thing out. But he ends up getting a Fire Blast on me and just taking out my Sharknado right there. Now, I forget how fast my Sharknado was, my Sharpedo, but knowing that I was burned, I was not able to really outspeed the Heatran. So I go into my Raticate, which really, just to mainly sack it off. I mean, I do get a Sword Stance up, after he decides to switch out and goes out into his Hitmontop. Now, his Hitmontop does get the Intimidate off on my Raticate, which sucks because even with a Sword Stance, I'm still unable to really do loads of damage like I want my Raticate to do. Now, I do get my Flame Orb off, which is awesome, and I am able to take out the Hitmontop right here with a Facade, which is awesome, but the thing is, if he was living with full HP, I would not be able to take out his Hitmontop because of the Intimidate drop. So he ends up going out into his Ambipom, and he ends up using the Fako, which, you know, like I've said before, just sucks because one is making me live at just 12 HP and makes me flinch. So there's really not a lot I can do, and I go down right here to the Flame Orb. Now, with that being said, I wish my Raticate would have stuck around longer, but it doesn't. Unfortunately, I could have used the Sucker Punch. I should have used the Sucker Punch. Now, I decided to go into my Vivillon, and my Vivillon does get tons of rock damage, as you can see. And I am able to put the Ambipom to sleep. And he does withdraw because he knows I'm probably going to go for a Flying move or another Sleep Powder. And this Heatran can take both! The Heatran can take both. As you can see right here, I use my Hurricane, and it does not do much at all. So I end up getting a Quiver Dance off because I'm just living with luck and just luck. I'm just living with a prayer, basically, is what I was trying to say, because if I was able to get a Quiver Dance off, my speed would have risen, and if I had any luck on my side, then I would have been able to hopefully take the Heatran out with another Hurricane, but I doubt it. I end up going out into my Snorlax, because I know that I can take plenty of Heatran's moves. So he ends up going out into his Technicruel, which is fine because I am able to take some of these Technicruel attacks. Now I do end up using my Curse just to get my defense up, my special defense anyways, because I want to be able to just live. I want to be able to live another day. I want to be able to get some attacks off. So he ends up using the knockoff, and he gets rid of my Chesto Berry. And that's what I needed for my rest. But it doesn't really matter. So I end up getting the Earthquake off on the Technicruel, and I end up taking it out. Right there. I end up taking you out. Right there. Which is awesome. And he ends up going out into a Sableye. And I'm thinking, I'm thinking maybe I should just leave my Snorlax in and get just another EQ off. Now, he ends up using a Taunt, so I can't really use some certain moves that I have. So I end up using my Earthquake instead, and I end up taking the Sableye out. Now, this was a mini Snorlax sweep. if I do say so myself, I mean, look at it. It took out the Technical, it took out the Sableye. So he ends up going out into his Diggersby, though, and his Diggersby just outspeed. He ends up taking my Snorlax out, unfortunately. He's making me live at 55 HP, but I do get the Body Slam off, and like I was saying, he does take my Snorlax out right here with an Earthquake. I wish my Body Slam would have at least paralyzed the Diggersby or something, but it didn't, so it's whatever. So I ended up going on to my Clefable, and I know that I am weak, if not damaged to Earthquake, and he is able to take me out right here. Now, it's whatever. It came really close, so it was a phenomenal battle, and I'm so happy we had this matchup because it was so great. I brought everything I had, and you brought everything you had. It was just a great battle all around. Emmanuel, you and I were talking, and so I was actually happy when you told me that I was kind of scaring you there for a bit. I was kind of happy when you said that, but the thing is, I'm switching this team in and out with another team I have, so I haven't decided on who's going to stay, but we'll see. So don't forget, guys, RCS, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. Peace. I want my defense going up, because I don't want to go down that fast, you know, but there's that.